More about living in the time of the coronavirus epidemic. I did a little research on the nation of Chaz, that tiny straw. It's either a joke or a completely new and independent nation. Or maybe it's a street festival with music and taco trucks. They're trying to grow a garden, but for now they are accepting donations of food, Gatorade, and cigarettes. There is a lot of weed being smoked in Chaz, and there are a lot of guns prominently displayed. It might be a serious challenge to authority, or it might be a political prank. Seattle has picked up trash in the area and cleaned the porta potties. No one knows quite what to make of this. Everyone has their view. This started as an autonomous zone on Capitol Hill, and then it morphed into the nation of Chaz. So, a brand new nation. Why not in these strange times? The Russians, the Chinese, and the North Koreans would do very well, in my estimation, to immediately recognize the sovereignty of the nation of Chaz. That could cause all kinds of difficulty for the trumpet by putting a suddenly serious spin on a former street festival. The Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, CHAZ, Chaz, I almost want to root for them, a little set-aside community. We used to have them in America, with an honorable history and often a religious foundation, like the Shakers and the Amish. I don't think Chaz is that well organized. There's a lot of spontaneity connected with it, spur of the moment, and this is some moment, isn't it? They don't have a leader, and their list of demands, it's born of frustration, and it's designed to attract attention. As a negotiating ploy, they come down in Neverland, but they could say, hey, it's a start, make us an offer. And you know damn well that something has to be done. The nation of Chaz is born out of people doing nothing, people not listening, people pushing other people around. If the trumpet comes in and tries to show them who's boss, that would be the exact wrong thing. The protesters would point to that and say, see, we told you so. More evidence of the strong arm tactics. The trumpet is a key player in this, unless he's smart enough to stay out of it, and I'm not sure he can. He's impatient. He does not want to appear to be indecisive or, heaven forbid, weak, and he might go off and do something crazy. It won't be easy for anyone to talk to Chaz because even though it exists and is autonomous, it's also amorphous. As Bill Clinton would say, when you talk about it, Chaz, it depends on what you mean by it. Chaz is, right now, many things to many people. But if the trumpet says it's got to go, no matter what it is, that's a problem. Overnight, Chaz could become, I can see it clearly, another Alamo. They might be satisfied with their own destruction, because then new, stronger protests would arise, with people shouting, "Remember Chaz!" If George Floyd was transformed into a powerful memory, how much more formidable would be Chaz? Chaz could go from being a silly provocation to a rallying cry for millions. That ain't so strange or far-fetched in the year 0 CE. They are calling the demands of the protesters in Seattle fluid, depending on who you talk to, but all of them agree that they will not be leaving until their demands, however fluid, are met. The Seattle mayor says that she is prepared to wait them out, even if that takes months. It's sort of like a quarantine, and the protesters have produced a new slogan, OLM, Our lives matter. I guess my slogan, if I had one, would be MLDMM. My life doesn't matter much. It does matter to me and a very few others, but after that, no, not at all. Statistically speaking, it's certain that my life does not matter. With few exceptions, no one gives a fig about me. Romantically speaking, or you might say idealistically, my life does matter, but there's not a lot of romance in life, especially not with social distancing. There are conspiracies, of course, surrounding the nation of Chaz. One has it that they are being funded by George Soros. To him, I would say, George, if that's your money, a lot of it is going up in smoke. Another theory is that Antifa is behind Chaz. We could probably get a linkage going, with Soros funding Antifa and Antifa providing assistance to Chaz. Wouldn't it be great if on Monday morning Chaz had a seat in the United Nations?